Hello everyone, this is Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Blade Runner. Now, I'm starting here on the map to show off that we have two new avenues of inquiry, places we can check out, literal avenues. We've got Hysteria Hall, area over by the arcade that we found the token for at the replicant's apartment. And we also have Nightclub Row, where we have a number of various adult entertainments, shall we say. And we're going to go ahead and start with Hysteria Hall, since we have a few bits of business we can deal with there, including getting more information on the ground car used in the animal murder at Runciter's. So let's fly. And no transition, just right to the hall.
It was the pig still. He said Pat doesn't have a mink coat. She's got a good Republican cloth coat. That's all.
You're wrong, sweetie. It was Herbert Hoover.
I'm sorry, but I was there.
Well, if anything, you were all of 3 years old back then.
I still remember it, like it was yesterday.
And he said fur coat, not mink. I saw it on the discovery disc.
Yeah, this would be Mina and Murray. Nice little Dracula reference there. But they're the couple who run the best lichen dog stand over here in the nightclub district.
You guys still battling it out?
That's what keeps a marriage alive and kicking, Ray. What can we do you for?
The works.
Coming right up. You know anything about politics, Ray? Famous quotes, things like that?
I try not to.
How about the checker speech?
Never heard of it.
Hoover's checker speech.
Nixon's checker speech.
You're forgetting a lot your old age.
Right behind you, lady.
For the benefit of the younger viewers and the less history-minded, it is in fact Nixon who gave the checkers speech. Go read up on it. It's a fun little story, especially if you're a dog lover. But let's see what we have we can talk about. We've got a photo of Lucy. We can ask them about the cheese that we found. And let's go ahead and start with the lichen dog wrapper.
I found this wrapper.
Yeah, that's from one of our dogs.
Okay.
You ever seen this girl around here? Maybe in the arcade?
Oh, yes. I saw her come out of the arcade yesterday.
No, it was the day before.
Maybe you saw her both days.
No, I'm positive. It was yesterday.
You're positively wrong. It was 2 days ago, sure as God made little green apples.
You're getting Alzheimer's, sweetie.
Okay, just forget it.
Oi, these Meshuggahs.
You know where I could score some cheese? Like this stuff?
Boy, don't flash that around here.
He's the police, sweetie.
Besides, the kids today just as soon twist a knife in your backside as to ask a chinion for the tram home. Show that cheese around here, you become a marked man.
Who sells it?
Now, we aren't asking for any trouble, Ray.
I'm not working bunco, I just want some information.
That nutty broad who runs Kingston Kitchen. She's always bragging about her special ingredient.
That stew she makes, it always did taste a little gamey.
And she charges an arm and leg for it, too.
So many questions here. Now, first of all, who knew that lichen dogs were kosher? Secondly, who puts cheese in stew, much less Jamaican stew, which, granting my knowledge of Jamaican cooking, is probably not what it should be. I don't think that they're too big on, anything apart from jerked meat, from what I can recall. Now, if anybody wants to correct me on that point in the comments, please feel free. I'd love to be illuminated on the subject. But I'm also kind of curious why cheese is contraband in the future. I mean, it doesn't really hurt the cows, well, okay, relative to, other things that could be done to, milk them. I mean, I can understand why the beef business would be completely out of business, as it were, on account of irradiated animals and whatnot. And, well, that may be it. Maybe, radioactive cheese. I don't know. Kind of odd, but I'm not going to argue the point of the setting. Point is, cheese is bad. Back here, You see we have Crazy Legs Larry's used cars.
It's a killer, I kid you not. Only 35,000. Yeah, red, orange, blue, puke green, any color you want. Just give me 24 to hose the graffiti off. Just kidding. Ask for the man, Crazy Legs Larry. Toodaloo. Admiring that bishy cat, ain't you? I don't blame you. It's a classic ride in a deluxe sport package. It'll push 125 without so much as a shake. Of course, you gotta find the road for it.
That's always the problem.
Crazy Legs, Larry Hirsch. Pleased to meet you.
Ray McCoy.
You can call me Crazy, you can call me Larry, you can even call me Crazy Legs Larry. But don't call me if you don't think a hot set of wheels ain't necessary.
Okay.
The Bishy's exceptional. Mechanical is Pacific Rim flawless, as usual. But they also save some of the classic styling of the old GM days.
Looks like a piece of work.
Forget those fibroplast Filipino heaps everyone's driving around. This is real. Just feast your eyes on this. You see it? You see it? That's actual chrome, the real stuff. They saved a couple hundred sheets of Tijuana chrome from before the war. It's completely legal and everything. Beautiful, isn't it?
I don't think I've ever seen it before.
And you probably won't ever see it again unless you steal this puppy. And honestly, no. Frankly, I gotta tell you, it's got your name written all over it. Ray McCovey.
McCoy.
Give it, take a couple letters.
I'll have to think about it.
But don't think too long or too hard about it, Roy. It's liable to be gonzo by the time you come back.
Gotcha.
Why am I suddenly nostalgic for the old Joe Greed commercials? Well, let's see. We can ask him about Lucy's photo or the car registration. Let's stick to business for the moment.
You sell a black sedan a few days ago?
Black sedan? Hey, I got standards. If it ain't sporty, I got no room for it.
I've seen the registration. I know a woman bought it from you.
Oh, that sedan. Hey, look, a sexy blonde wants to pay top dollar for the ugliest car in the place. Who am I to say no?
Did you know who she was?
No, but I'd like to know her in the biblical sense, if you catch what I'm saying. Look, Ray, it ain't a crime for me to make a living.
How about this girl? She look familiar?
You kidding? She ain't old enough to drive.
You've never seen her?
She looks kind of familiar.
Think real hard.
Maybe you should try that arcade next door. She looks like the kind of girl you see there all the time.
I'll do that.
Well, that's a setup if ever I heard one. And I've heard one. Incidentally, something I love about the whole dystopian cyberpunk genre, at least for all the stuff created in the 1980s, is how we still have arcades in 2019, yet we don't have portable phones. Sometimes the futurists miss the mark. Let's head on into the arcade. And I am not seeing Lucy anywhere around here. I'll go ahead and check the Hall of Mirrors just to make sure. Okay, it turns out that she was not in the Hall of Mirrors, and due to the game being run in Windows 7, a lot of the features of the maze that shifted around while you're in it wound up causing it to be virtually impossible to break through. So, we're going to go ahead and back into the arcade, and Lucy still is not here. Yeah, apparently you do have to occasionally just walk back and forth in there and wait for her to show up. Okay. After having walked around the block a few times, we have finally found Lucy. So let's go ahead and talk to her.
I've been looking for you.
Please, leave me alone. Father told me to watch out for you.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Have you always lived on Terra?
Yes.
Father told me he thought Terra would be so special and beautiful. Birds and flowers and trees and blue water. But it's not like that at all. I don't remember it ever being like that.
Let's see, we've got the option to give her Voight Comp, ask her about her father, Tell her about Crystal, ask about Runciger. Let's go with VK.
Come with me. I've got a test I want you to take.
And of course, she is long gone. Well, that was not exactly helpful, but what's done is done. So let's go ahead and hand on over to Anemoid Row, because we do have a few things to check up on. Namely, the secret ingredient in Mama Isabella's stew, and checking in with the Dragonfly Lady to see if she has found out anything about the jewelry and where we might find where it came from and who has it now.
Any luck finding more of that dragonfly jewelry?
Ah, see, I was right. Piece you showed me was part of a collection, bought for a nightclub in Port St.
You know the name of the nightclub owner?
No, senor. But my friend, he says the man is not selling.
Thanks for your help.
Well, that narrows it down, points toward us needing to go to Nightclub Row next. Don't think Bob's going to have anything new for us, but maybe we can stop in, buy some blue ammo. Huh. Bob's out of town. Go figure. Let's go check with Mama Isabella.
Mia and Murray tell me you're using cheese in your stew. Real cheese.
Them old buzzards. What they know?
I could take a sample of that stew you're cooking back to the lab and have it tested.
Why you pick on Mama Isabella? I never do you no harm.
Where'd you get it?
My sister, she got connection.
Where can I find her?
She back in Jamaica, man. Far away from here. She send me cheese once, maybe twice a month. You know, funny thing you asking about the cheese. Last week, this ugly little man he run by, grab whole box of empty takeout cartons right off the counter. Police next door, they just laugh. Say the guy'd not be so happy when he opened them cartons.
What's that have to do with the cheese?
Cheese hidden in that box, man. Keeping it safe till I cook up a new batch. So how could I tell police to bring back box? They find cheese, they shut me down.
This guy who robbed you, what did he look like?
Short, real short. Bad clothes, colors way too bright. Funny bow tie. Maybe you look for this ugly little thief, yeah? I'm thinking you not really care about the cheese.
You're right, but I still think you ought to get yourself a different secret ingredient.
You bet, man. That cheese been nothing but trouble for Mama Isabella.
Well, I'm glad we've been able to help her out a little bit. But, yeah, very suspicious sounding thief. Funny little man, loud clothing, bow tie. Sounds like some other suspicious figure that we keep somehow running into at the sites of many of a crime scene. And speaking of crime scene, I believe we're going to ask about the security footage here.
You got any discs from that camera?
I just serve drinks, pal. But if you're gonna sit there until I cough it up, well, here it is.
That was amazingly easy. I think we got some more pictures to go look at. But I'm going to go head back to my apartment because it's been over a day. I could use a shower, I'd like to check on my dog, and I can check my Esper just as easily over there. So, apartment. And skip the transition there.
Your floor number, please.
Apartments.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
Hey, Maggie.
Good doggy. No messages. I'm in demand.
Let's see what's on TV.
Another retirement in the 4th sector today as a Blade Runner shot an alleged replicant in the middle of a crowded street. Lieutenant Edison Gusa, supervisor of the LPD's Rep DTEC unit, had this to say.
It was a good, clean takedown. The public should thank us for retiring these skin jobs before they get into any real trouble. You want to get that thing out of my face before it ends up shooting film where the sun don't shine?
And this is actually a reference to the movie, and the replicant in question would be the snake dancer that Deckard takes down at about midway through the movie. So it's a nice little detail that his story is going on at the same time as ours. And I think we'll go ahead and grab a quick nap.
Portrait of the sleep-deprived.
I don't know for a fact that grabbing the occasional bit of rest actually does help Ray out at all. But we'll go and change into a clean, identical shirt and trench coat. And Maggie's waiting patiently by the door.
Maggie, come here, girl.
Very well trained. Alright.
Who's the best dog in the whole world?
Well, we all get goofy with our pets, don't we? Alright, well, we'll go ahead and check the Esper.
Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
That's this one in the middle here.
China bar.
Yeah, it looks like a uniformed cop talking to somebody.
Gusa? Give me a hard copy of that.
Huh. Now that's strange. What would my boss be doing in roughly the same area that I was just before I got jumped by an illegal arms dealer? Well, I'm sure that's just a happy coincidence. And if you believe that, I've got some prime swampland in Utah I'd like to sell you. Well, that's an interesting clue, but nothing that seems particularly relevant at the moment. But I think we're going to go ahead and stop this Let's Play here before we head to the nightclub district, because even though this is a T-rated game, the nightclub district is going to contain a little bit of content that is not strictly safe for work. So we'll go ahead and stop here so you can enjoy this video and wait until you get home for the next one. Until then, take care, and I will see you then.